Right now to Affairs Business Story. The Executive Secretary of the Council of Freight Forwarders, Nana Wco-Cti says the biggest deficit hindering the African continent free trade area is the trust to trade among member countries. He was speaking at a workshop organized by the World Customs Organization in Accra on rules of origin.
The African Continental Free Trade Area is widely seen as a crucial driver for economic growth, industrialization, and sustainable development in Africa. Despite the opportunities, challenges need to be addressed. The three-day workshop by the European Union, in collaboration with the World Customs Organization for some freight forwarders, custom officers, and other associations within the sector on rules of origin, was to arm them with the necessary knowledge and expertise to enable standardization and effective trading.
It's the outside world that has benefited from raw materials in Africa, and it's time for the African countries to benefit themselves. So it's time to work together to have this agreement work. But of course, there are so many different levels of development in the countries in Africa, as everywhere in the world. So it's difficult to come up with rules that would accommodate everybody. And for some sensitive products, there are still rules that are outstanding. For some textile products and for some vehicles, we still don't have rules of origin, and you can't implement the agreement when the rules are not there. I hope that countries can really come together, work together for the benefit of the continent.
President of Customs Brokers Association Ghana, Nana Wco-Cti, who was delighted about the training, added that the biggest threat hindering African Continental Free Trade Area is lack of trust.
The thing about training also, it brings standardization so that the rules not be different here and will be different from here. And when there's standardization, there's also trust. The biggest deficit, our bane in Africa, is trust. We don't trust ourselves. We rather seem to trust the European more than we trust ourselves. And like you said, there's no agreement between the EU and Africa that is supposed to favor Africa. They are looking at their interest. So now, when we are getting this training and we are learning these things, we'll be able to bring pressure to bear on those, people who are at the helm of affairs, the duty bearers who go to contract such agreements, so that they will take on board our input and the practical difficulties on the ground, and then we can make it. So it's a brighter day for Africa, and I can say that, yes.
He also called on the government to work with private sector in ensuring that the African Continental Free Trade Area is realized to the fullest.